City of Portland's auditors sounding the alarm on an infrastructure crisis. That is, when it comes to Portland parks. The city audit showing that the Bureau neglected maintaining existing parks but continued to add new ones. Katu's Tanvi Varma joins us from Woodstock Park in Southeast Portland, one of the parks that has had some serious issues, right, Tanvi?
It sure has, Steve. Take note of the play structure behind me. Earlier this year, the city confirms that they had to remove a play structure entirely because it was rotting. And that's only one of the problems that parks in the city have had.
The city of Portland is calling it an infrastructure crisis. 86% of park assets like playgrounds, pads, and restrooms are in poor or very bad condition. That's according to the city's latest audit, citing Bureau data from September of last year. And that's not all the audit found.
We found that new assets were being built without a plan or identified funding to maintain them.
The report saying, quote, because the maintenance backlog is so large, some assets will fail regardless of how much funding parks raises in the next 10 years, adding that some of the Bureau's newer investments were driven by political pressure as opposed to system-wide needs.
There were a couple that had political aspects, so like the mayor or the counselor in charge or the commissioner in charge at the time, advocated for it and made it happen.
Here at Colonel Summers Park in Northeast Portland, the city describes the chin bar in the playground as very poor.
I do wish that this playground was a little bit better. I wish we didn't have metal slides and it was a little safer.
This audit comes as the Parks and Rec Bureau is asking homeowners to fund a nearly $500 million levy in November.
Portlanders are being asked to trust an entity with their money even after the audit has shown that perhaps their money hasn't been spent as wisely as it could have.
Sure. I think this is different from a situation where maybe there are taxes being paid and then the entity's not spending them. Parks is spending them on things that people want, need, like.
Wednesday morning, we asked a spokesperson for the Parks and Rec Bureau. We wanted to know why they added new projects without maintaining their existing backlog. The spokesperson said in part, quote, park staff have highlighted this for council and suggested alternative funding options since at least 2019.
And coming up at 6 p.m., we pressed the Parks and Recreation Bureau on why they expect voters to vote for a levy after the findings in this audit. Reporting live in Southeast Portland, Tanvi Varma, K2 News.
Tanvi, thank you. And that new audit comes just months after a contentious debate among Portlanders and city leaders on park funding. The Portland City Council approved an $8.5 billion operating budget in May, which sought to balance a more than $100 million budget shortfall. Portland Mayor Keith Wilson initially proposed an $11 million increase to Portland Police and $10 million cut to parks. Prior to the budget's passing, councilors shifted $2 million from PPB to support park maintenance.
We want to hear from you tonight. You can point your phone's camera at the QR code on your screen and tell us, how would you grade the condition of your neighborhood park? You can vote A through F, and most of you right now saying, well, about 21%, 29% saying F, as a matter of fact, 21 for A, B, and C.